Burnout beating tricks all business owners and team leaders need to know. After the theme song, I'm gonna talk all about it.
So the big question is this: how do you become the cloud expert in your area without having to make any investments in hardware and software? Who provides customers with a secure cloud foundation? How do you start in a way that lets you offer your products and services and start making money straight from the beginning? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. My name is Marcel Wachtens, and welcome to Cloud Secrets.
To get beyond self-confidence, you need 3 great ways to onboard new customers smoothly and plan the on-site migration steps. By doing so, first let me give you an example. If you follow me for a while, I've been coaching and, making systems for our staff so they can do all the work, because I only have a 3-day work week due to my private situation at home. If you want to know more, go back a few podcasts and I'll explain all about it. But for now, let's stick to the subject, and that is why it's so important to coach and prepare every single step that you need to take during a migration or onboarding a customer. Since our staff is doing it for like 2 years now, and they get pretty routine at it. Everything seems to run like a smooth machine, and all parts are running smoothly. But last week something happened and made me go figure, where did it go wrong? And just to be honest, one of our staff members was planned for a migration that should have been taken like 6 hours on a Monday morning. We actually spent, maybe 2.5 days. So we've been analyzed and go over it, and talked about every step that he took towards the migration and on those days itself. Because the migration started on Monday. At the end of Monday, we had contact, and I asked him, okay, are you almost done? And he told me no. Things are not going as well as I thought it would be, running into some issues. Do you mind if I go back tomorrow morning to finish the job? I said, sure, no problem, because we can't leave unfinished work, so we need to go back and finish what we started. And then my gut feeling was telling me, oh, there's something going wrong here. And that particular customer is not only a customer, but they're also personal friends of mine. So I like to hang out with them. Our kids play together. So it makes me extra, that gut feeling was boiling up pretty good, because, especially when you know somebody personal, you want to exceed in your expectations, right? So you want to migrate them as smooth as possible and make sure everything is going okay. In this case, it wasn't going okay at all. It was horrible. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. And the only thing you can do is, fix it as fast as possible. After that Tuesday, he said, okay, Wednesday I need to go to a different customer, but I need like a half an hour to finish it on Thursday. And I said, oh boy, what did go wrong? And I didn't have time to go over with him straight away. And Friday we were catching up on all the other things that were, we didn't finish because of the delays during the migration. Friday evening, I would go with the business owner to a soccer game, drink some beers and had fun. But of course, on the way there, he told me what went wrong and how it should have been in his opinion. And I take note of all the remarks that he made. And on Monday morning, I first started asking my colleague, okay, let's go upstairs and let's talk about it, because last week was horrible. Not to, slap you, but we need to make sure that we learn from our mistakes. And by that, I mean, what can we change in the current system that we use, and by system I mean steps, my method, the checklist that we use, everything from the moment the customer signs a contract until we are finished migrating the customer. All those steps together I call my system. And somewhere in that system we got a gap, because I like it to be flawless, and maybe I'm a perfectionist, but this was a huge gap. And so I sat down with him and I said, okay, what did you do different than other migrations? He said, well, while I was there, we had some issues during the setup phase, and they lost their local Outlook profile. So, I needed them to re-add their current or the old Outlook profiles. And I made a mistake there to only sync for the last 1 year instead of everything. So when he was starting exporting the mailboxes on Monday morning, he only exported the last year and not the entire mailbox. So on Tuesday, the customer was missing all their emails older than 1 year. So then you're already one step behind. And I said, okay, but that's something you run into. What did you do differently than other migrations? I said, I don't know. I was working on one workstation, and then the other user started asking questions. So I ran over there to fix those questions, and then the other user would ask, okay, how far is it? Can I start working? Can you finish it? So you're running around without a plan. Yes, he said. I said, okay, why did you make a plan? What you would do, in which order on that Monday? No. I said, why not? We always make a plan. I said, yeah, I don't know. I just thought I had it in my head and I didn't really think about it. So that's the essence of today's episode. Sorry, I'm a little cold, having a cold. We need to make sure that every single time before we go to a customer to start the migration, that we know which steps to take when we arrive and in what order. Because now he deviates from the plan and starts running around like a chicken without a head because people are asking his attention or time. And that's what I always tell and teach our employees. I just want them, okay, make a plan, stick to it. And when people got questions, write them down and tell them, okay, I'm currently busy with this or that. And when I'm finished, I'm gonna make time for all your questions. So I'm gonna write them down and I'll get back to you when I'm done with the tasks at hand. And that was, pretty much an eye-opener for him. But I said, oh, why? And that's why I need to stay coaching our employees, because first now he loses a lot of self-confidence because, he effed up, if I can call it that way, to keep this podcast clean. And he knows it, and he doesn't feel well about it, and that, it's nice to see that it's doing something with him, but it shouldn't happen, because not only did we lose 1.5 days that I can't bill because the customer won't pay for it, the customer was not able to work as he expected to, and especially when it comes down to friends, you don't want it because people start talking, and that's not what you want. We just want to share our experience with you here, so I tend to be vulnerable and explain that not everything goes as smooth as we would like every single time. But for him, it was again a big lesson, because now he knows why it went so horribly, and next time we agreed upon it together that next time he would make a plan again just the day before we go over to the customer, and there we outline all the steps that need to be done, and we use the 4 eyes principle. So he's going to make them, and somebody else is going to check and verify them if all steps are there that are necessary to run the migration as smooth as possible. The other thing, so that was part 1, or bullet 1, that making a plan is vital important. The second one is this customer was using our old hosted Exchange environment, And he decided to export the mailbox using Outlook instead of using Exchange to export to PSTs. In this case, we only exported 1 year instead of 2 or 3 years. I don't know how long that business is operational, but when you have Exchange available and you can start an export there, then you know for sure you've got everything and don't miss out on any data or emails that are synchronized locally in the OST file. So we also changed our checklist that when Exchange is available, we always use the Exchange export to PST followed by the Azure copy. And that's actually, the third step. By using the Azure copy, you can see when imports go wrong or how many errors you have during the import. And if you got 100,000 plus items in your mailbox and 3 items go wrong, I usually don't care about them because those are small emails or synchronized reports that failed or whatever. I always tell the customer that this many errors occur during the import, but so if they miss anything, they know why, and that's basically it. I don't want to get a call or a support ticket. Hey, I'm missing email here, because first off, it's going to take an awful lot of time to find that piece of content, and if it's an email and a calendar item or a contact, I don't care. Secondly, I can't bill those hours, so make sure you inform your customers so you can always point back at that conversation so they know that certain things didn't import without any particular reason. So just to recap here, always make a plan before you go to your customer and start the migration. Take it with you, stick to it, and everything that gets added to it, just put it on the bottom of the list, of your to-do list. Secondly, when you have Exchange at hand, always use Exchange to export your PSTs in combination with the Azure copy to import your email into Office 365. By all this, you gain self-confidence for your staff, for your employees, and by that you can onboard customers smoothly and plan the on-site migration step by step. So that's it for today. I hope you can put this into practice or use it yourself. And if you got any feedback or comments, please let me know. Go to cloud-secrets.com. Look for episode 30, and at the bottom you can leave comments. Otherwise, if you like this, please rate and subscribe on iTunes. Give me a 4 or 5 star rating so other people can find me as well. So we can, help more people exceed expectations for their customers and prevent burnouts with your staff to boost their self-confidence. And if you're interested, all my steps that I use every single day in my company, MIT services, I decided to start teaching my method, and for that I've created the Cloud Secrets course. And if you're interested, you can go to cloud-secrets.com/cloudmind. Again, that's cloud-secrets.com/cloudmind. And there you can opt in for the course afterwards. I will personally contact you, see if we're a fit, because I only want highly motivated and people who will stick to the end. And I'll see if we're a fit. And if we're a fit, I'm going to invite you to join the course. So thanks again. Please rate and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Marcel Martens.
If you're just starting out, you're probably studying a lot. That's good. You're probably geeking out on all the strategies also, right? That's also good. But the hardest part is figuring out what the market wants to buy and how you can implement it in a way that always gives you the same result, right? That's what I struggled with for a while, until I learned the formula. So I created a special mastermind called CloudMind to get you on track with the right services. More importantly, the right tools to migrate your customers in a way that guarantees success every single time. Wanna come? There are small groups on purpose, so I can answer your direct questions in person. You can hold your spot by going to cloud-secrets.com/cloudmind. Again, that's cloud-secrets.com/cloudmind.